I have a brand new perfume haul for you. Some of the perfumes I have not tried. They just got sent to me and it will be a first impression for me as well. So let's start out with one by Acqua di Parma. It's a new release. They sent me a lot of their new releases and a lot of them to me are quite masculine coded just because they have a classic perfume which is called Colonia. And that one is the signature of my husband. And so every time I get a flanker of it, I instantly think of my husband. So this one is Colonia il Profumo. And this is what it looks like. So it looks a lot like the original, which also comes in a packaging like that, in a bottle like that. So let's go over the notes. The main accords are citrus, woody, and aromatic. And we have a lot of notes which are super interesting. So the top is extremely citrusy. Orange, bergamot, lemon, petit grain, and pineapple. The middle notes are just florals basically, neroli, ylang ylang, lavender, rose, and verbena. And the base notes are woody, spicy. Moss, vetiver, cedar, patchouli, leather, and sandalwood. If I just see the notes, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a no-go for me because it's a lot of very contrasting notes, a lot of very challenging notes for me. Patchouli, leather, not too sure about that. And vetiver and moss, very difficult. But this one, I just sprayed for the first time to see more of the middle notes and the base. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. So the Colonia, the original one, is to me the perfect gentleman perfume. It's a very classic, freshy with some substance. It's citrusy, but it's also a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, but in more like a aromatic spicy sense. And the base is there, but it's not too much. It is more like a cologne when it comes to the wearing experience, so it's not a beast mode whatsoever. So this one, it's an eau de parfum. So I can imagine that this will be a better performer. And this one smells a lot like the original, but it also smells a lot like Eau Sauvage by Dior. And there is one from Armani. It's one of their classics in a very classic bottle. I don't know the name, but my husband owns all of those perfumes. It's his DNA that he loves. And this one is a combination of those three perfumes. And I love all of them. So this is a 10 out of 10. I'm so shook. And also this combination of the florals and the fruits with those more spicy woody touches, it's an incredible combination. It's so well blended. It's not sharp at all, which is shocking to me. And so the only thing is that I don't know if I would wear it, not because it's masculine leaning. It's not actually, because I mean, there's just citrusy fruits and florals basically with a more spicy woody dry down. But because my husband has been wearing this Colonia, the original one, for years, and the Dior one also for a long, long time, I just think of my husband. And I don't know if I would want to wear a perfume where I think of my husband. Like, I don't know, that I would feel like my husband. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but oh my God, like this to me is sexiness in a bottle. I just love those very clean and fresh perfumes that do not smell like a shower gel. It's not like that at all. It's so luxurious smelling, classic. And I could imagine all of the Hollywood actors in the 40s, 50s, 60s, I would say, I could imagine them wearing it. And I'm sure they did. Then let's talk about one that is new in my collection, but it's not that new. It is by Jo Malone, and this is English Pear and Sweet Pea. So they have an English Pear and Freesia perfume that I have loved for 10 plus years. It is one of my favorite smells. It's such an easy, simple perfume that I've not smelled at all in another perfume. I don't know what it is, but just the combination of those notes I've never smelled from another brand. So I was super excited to try this one out. So let me spray it out. I have sprayed it in the air, just in the air. I have not worn it on my skin. This is so good. So the main accords are floral, musky, and sweet. And it just has 3 notes. The top is Williams Pear, the middle is sweet pea, and the base note is white musk. And the funny thing is, there is this one perfume is called Sweet Pea by Bath & Body Works, which is a classic. And I've always wondered, what is sweet pea? It sounds like a vegetable. And I actually looked up what sweet pea is, and I don't think I've actively smelled or seen sweet pea in the wild, but I don't know, it must be a super beautiful floral because this one is lovely. This is a very likable, easy to understand scent. It's the perfect office, everyday signature scent. It's fresh, it's floral, it's a little bit sweet, not too much, it's not very synthetic, and you have a very clean musk in the base. It's not a dusty musk, it's not heavy at all. I wonder what the performance is going to smell like, but the test strip is actually quite intense at the moment. So maybe they did something here, and this is going to be a lot more strong than others from this collection because it's called Cologne. But this one is beautiful. This is Jasmine DNA to the T. This is exactly what I want to smell and what I wear on an everyday basis. If I don't know what to wear, I'm wearing those fresh, clean perfumes that are a little bit floral, not too much, and a little bit fruity. That is what I adore. And the fruit in here, as I said, is not very synthetic. It's not sharp at all. It's quite smooth. And the sweet pea, I don't know, as I said, what it exactly smells like, but to me, it's like you walk into a garden in springtime and all of those florals are flourishing, and you can smell the combination of those florals in the air. That is what it smells like to me. So beautiful, so almost green and fresh smelling. This just smells like spring to me. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Then we have on the opposite spectrum a perfume that is not very spring-like, and I put it into the packaging again so you can see, because this is like a work of art. This is so beautiful. So you unwrap it like this, and then you can open up the packaging like so, and you have the perfume sitting on a cushion, which is so beautiful. And this is what the perfume looks like. It's like a midnight blue velvet. So classy and luxurious looking. I love the packaging. This one is called Mirabile, I hope. It's from also, I hope, Vi Canto, or 5 in Italian, I guess. And it's by Terenzi. So it's from the house, the mother of Terenzi, but it's a new brand, perfume brand called Vi Canto. And to me, when I think of Tiziana Terenzi, they always have, or not always, but a lot of their perfumes, and for me the DNA of Tiziana Terenzi is fruity and muskiness. A lot of them are quite fruity, sweet, musky perfumes. This one is not that at all. So the main accords are vanilla, sweet, and lactonic, which is why I wanted to smell this. And the top notes are vanilla, malt, and a poponax. The middle notes are milk, rum, buchu, lavender, geranium, rose, and the base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, cloves, patchouli, and white musk. And this one is an extremely complex perfume, extremely complex, and it changes every couple of minutes. When I first spray it, it almost reminds me of Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana, because that one is like a caramelly vanilla perfume, But on my skin, especially in the beginning, I get like a minty note. And this one also has that same thing going on in the beginning. And as I said, as it dries down, it gets more complex, it changes, it goes into like a more rum direction, but almost also like a blackcurrant. And there's no blackcurrant in here, but it smells like a sour fruit almost. You get something aromatic. I get the geranium the most and the cloves maybe. It is not really like a milk perfume, but it is milky and smooth. It's not sharp at all. If I see those notes, I'm like, I don't know about that. Milk, rum, patchouli, malt, vanilla. What is going on? But this is so well blended. This to me is a proper niche perfume. You will not smell like everybody else. This is, as I said, so complex. And it's not a very thick and heavy scent, but on the other hand, it's not a very spring and summer appropriate perfume for me personally. Although you do have fresh touches and fruity touches, but there is this enveloping character to it from the vanilla, the tonka bean, the rum, the milk, which you can definitely get in this perfume. And so, I don't know, maybe it's like for spring nights, like date nights, if you want to smell seductive and special. It's like a special occasion type of perfume. This is not blind by safe whatsoever. You do have to like this very niche character. Then I wanted to share with you a very small travel size of this perfume. And this is by Stephane Humbert Lucas, and it's called Pink Boa. So I just went into a perfumery and I tested some of the perfumes. I tested the sand perfume, which to me did not smell like sand, like what I imagined it to smell, let's say. And I fell in love with Pantea, beautiful perfume. And I got as a goodie this travel size, which is called Pink Boa. And I have not smelled it yet, so let's see. This one has main accords of fruity, sweet, and fresh spicy. It begins very like innocent and simple, but then you get the fresh spicy, and then comes aromatic and vodka. So, okay, this escalated quickly. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so the top notes are blackcurrant, rosemary, bergamot, and blackberry. The middle notes are raspberry, vodka, basil, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are musk, strawberry, sandalwood, amber, peach, patchouli, my favorite combination, and incense. This, I can already tell you, is not going to be a perfume I will wear, because I do get the peach and the patchouli combination instantly. It's like my nose is trained to pick up peach and patchouli. But this one smells so much like a berry cocktail. It's insane. It really does smell like that. But also it smells like a sweet that I had in my childhood. I don't know if you've had those sweets, but we have those necklaces and bracelets that are made out of pastel colored sweets that are hard. They taste like what this smells like. Oh my God, this is crazy, because then you get this basil and the rosemary, like you get something aromatic in here, but just slightly, and then something boozy, but not too much. It could almost be like a mocktail, but it does smell like a drink to me, because it is quite watery and not too dense at the same time. Wow. This is really innovative. It doesn't smell like everything else, although I do get the peach and the patchouli combination in the base. I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it, but this is not something that I'm going to wear. Let's end it with another perfume that is going to wander into the collection of my husband. I'm very sure, because he fell in love with this. I got the new release by Simone Andreoli, and I have not tried too many of his creations, but this one is green, citrus, and aromatic, and it comes like this. And I think these perfumes have quite a good price point if you compare them to others. And this is what the bottle looks like. And the fragrance notes sound really interesting. It's green tea, mint, lime, sea salt, tiare, bicarat, exotic fruits, precious woods, ylang ylang, vanilla, Virginia cedar, rose, patchouli, and spices. So let's see. I tested it once and I tested it on my husband's skin once as well. Wow, the tester is really strong. So to me, on his skin especially, this smelled like a straight up vetiver perfume. And there's no vetiver mentioned, so I'm really confused about it because he loves vetiver. So we are quite keen when it comes to vetiver perfumes. And this one, I don't know. I just smell vetiver, straight up vetiver. Quite damp, foresty, like almost like a jungle. It does smell like a jungle vetiver, but I don't really smell those more exotic fruits or fruits in general. I don't know, it's more in the background, but it is getting more complex as it dries down. What I do get is a lot of the mint. It smells very minty and limey. The lime and the mint you get in the beginning. And it stays there for quite a while, which is interesting because a lot of vetiver perfumes are quite intense and dense. And this is an interesting take because it does get a little bit more deep because of those green foresty notes. But it also stays quite fresh and light because of the mint and the lime, which is interesting. Do I get a lot of florals? Not too much. It's not like a tiare perfume or like a ylang ylang perfume. I love ylang ylang, but you have something floral in here as well. It's a little bit sweet and I guess it's from the fruits, but it's not like, wow, like a fruit salad. It's interesting. It's really interesting because I feel like in the beginning, it's actually more masculine and green, aromatic, vetiver-like. Maybe it's the patchouli. But then as it dries down, it gets more soft, like instantly. It gets more soft, more fresh, green, and wearable. So I think this is one where you have to maybe wait a few seconds. And it depends on who's going to wear it. Because on my husband, it pulled a lot of the, let's say it was the patchouli, like a more fresh patchouli. But on the test strip right now, it smells a lot more like lime, mint, and almost like a Moscow mule type of situation in the forest. Or not in the forest, in the jungle. Let's say in the jungle. Very interesting, quite complex, and not something completely new because I have a lot of mint lime perfumes in my collection. I love those notes, but still because of the tweaks in there, nothing like the ones I have in my collection. So actually quite nice. I'm going to wear this as soon as it gets really warm and see how I like it on my skin. So these were all of the perfumes that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sorry that it was such a long video, but let me know if you've tried any of those perfumes. How do you like them? And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.